Assalamu alaikum Blifians, I'm Asma and you're watching Blifi. In this video we will look at 3 life lessons that turned my life around as a Muslim. So let's get right into it. Now there are definitely more than 3 life lessons that have turned my life around as a Muslim, but in this video we will look at 3 of those life lessons that have impacted me the most, and inshallah the ones that you can also implement and take inspiration from for your lives as well. So the first life lesson in this video is about taking up every single Islamic opportunity that comes in your way, which is attending masjids, listening to khutbahs, attending lectures, conferences, halaqas, volunteering at Islamic societies or organizations, and being part of events. All those kind of things are opportunities that we can learn from and benefit from. Now this point applies to both men and women, because I'm a woman and I've attended every single one of those things that I just mentioned. All these Islamic opportunities are sources of knowledge, and you guys ask me a lot how to increase our iman, how to increase our knowledge of Islam, and this is the answer: to attend these things, because when you go to new things, you experience new things, that's when you learn new things as well. And also, answers come to those who seek. So question things and find the answers from people who are knowledgeable as well as those who are reliable. Now with all this COVID things going on, restrictions, lockdowns, etc., a lot of these opportunities and sessions have moved online, so it's a really good time to start getting into these things if you haven't already. Another point I'd like to mention is that every single opportunity, and especially learning opportunity that comes your way, are a form of risk from Allah. When we look at it this way, we will make sure that we take up every single opportunity so that we don't miss all the blessings that Allah has sent our way. He has enabled you to have the time, the resources, and the money to attend these kind of sessions. So definitely you are worth it and you deserve this opportunity to learn from. Not everybody gets the same opportunities that we have. So definitely we should take up whatever we can, even if it's out of our comfort zone. Because like I said before, when you get out of your comfort zone, you learn so many new things that you wouldn't have if you stopped yourself because you were feeling shy. And another thing is, even if you already have knowledge about a particular topic that will be covered in a session, attend it anyways, because you don't know, you might learn something new on the same topic, or it might be a good refresher for you as well. And if possible, you can also contribute to that session if you already have knowledge about that topic. Now I know there is a time and money commitment that is required when it comes to these kind of sessions, but every single second that you spend or every single dollar that you spend in learning something new, especially when it comes to Islamic knowledge, it has so much barakah in it. For example, if you attend a Jumu'ah khutbah, which is usually like 1 or 2 hours long, it looks like it is a long time. It looks like it takes such a long time from your day, but when you attend those, the amount of knowledge you get from that session, the khutbah session, makes you feel satisfied throughout the day and even throughout the week. So that is how much barakah is there when we go into learning Islamic things. And the same goes for when we put money down for any of these sessions. We need to understand that people who organize these Islamic events have their own costs. They are also putting in their time and money into organizing these sessions for you. So don't let money also hold you back from attending these kind of sessions. You will definitely, inshallah, learn something or the other. It's never a waste of time or money. Personally, for me, attending these kind of sessions was the main starting point from where I started learning about Islam, getting more serious about Islam, and it literally turned my life around as a Muslim, which is why that is the first and the topmost point that I'm mentioning in this video, which I would highly recommend each one of you to inshallah also do as well. The second thing that turned my life around as a Muslim is to have good Islamic Muslim practicing friends who are on the deen. And these kind of friends you can only find in places that I mentioned in the first point, which is masjids, Islamic societies, volunteering events, etc. Because, like, for example, if you want to make friends with a partying person, you will find them in the club. Similarly, if you want to make friends with a Islamic Muslim person who is on the deen, then you will find them in the masjid or in these halaqah sessions or in other Islamic events, right? So that is my main point. When you attend those sessions in the first point that we looked at in the video, that is where you will see these kind of people who you would definitely want in your life. You keep attending those sessions over and over regularly, that you keep seeing the same people over and over, which creates that sort of a bond between you and them, and eventually you can become friends as well. Now, regardless of how much time you spend with them, it doesn't matter. Whether you're spending less time or more time with these kind of people, they still have a big impact on your deen and how strong your iman is. The kind of friends you are with will be the same kind of person that you become as well. So start off with spending less time attending those sessions, halakas, lectures, conferences, etc., and seeing the same people over and over again every week, every month. And then maybe you can start becoming friends with them outside of those sessions as well, organizing catch-ups, hangouts, or excursions, trips, whatever you want to do. But have those kind of Islamic friends in your life. You don't necessarily have to be on that personal level where you share every single thing that happens in your life, or you are talking about personal matters such as your family, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. It doesn't matter if you're not on that personal level yet, or even if you don't get there or you don't plan on getting there, but at least spend time with them, as little as it is, every week, because I cannot emphasize on how much impact they have on our deen. And definitely I can say that the Islamic friends I've had in my life have had a huge impact that turned my life around as a Muslim. The third point that turned my life around as a Muslim is, with all the knowledge you've gained from attending these things in the first point, all the knowledge you've gained, experience you've gained from having those Islamic friends, the third thing to do now is to share that knowledge with other people. You know the saying, sharing is caring. And when you share this knowledge, you are benefiting somebody else. But you're also benefiting yourself in so many ways. Number one, when you share something, you are enhancing your understanding of that particular topic. And when you share something in your own words, whatever you've learned, if you share that in your own words, that is when you know that you've truly understood it. And in the process, now you've benefited somebody else while also benefiting yourself. Not only this, but sharing knowledge is a form of sadaqah jariyah, where you are sharing with someone, they share it with somebody else, and it keeps going on and on. Now it's this link of a chain of good deeds, which will benefit us in the akhirah as well. When you attend those sessions that we mentioned in the first point, angels are also present in those kind of gatherings. That means there is barakah in attending those sessions. And now when you organize those kind of sessions, regardless of how small or big those sessions are, how many people attend them, angels will still attend those kind of sessions, and you will be sharing knowledge in the presence of angels. You can organize mini halaqah sessions with your family or your friends every week, so that now you're sharing this knowledge with someone else. And that is also why I started this channel. When I first started taking Islam seriously, all I could find on the internet is sheikhs and scholars telling us what to do. Like praying on time, regardless of wherever you are, wearing the hijab, learning the Quran, etc., etc. All those things, they told us that we have to do it. And for me, a person in this Western country, in a Western lifestyle, I did not know how to accumulate those kind of things into my life. If I am praying 5 times a day, how do I also pray when I'm at work, or when I'm not at home, or when there is no masjid nearby? So all these kind of things I struggled with. So I attended those Islamic sessions where they talked about what to do, and alhamdulillah, having those friends that I mentioned in the second point helped me so much. I learned from their experiences, applied it to my own life, and now I'm here sharing it with you guys. So all of those 3 life lessons that I've learned from my life are the ones that have really turned my life around as a Muslim, which is to learn things, take up every opportunity that comes your way, no matter how uncomfortable or shy you are, to attend those sessions. Definitely attend it, because they are a form of rizq from Allah. And then when you attend those sessions, you will find good Muslim friends who you can learn from, who will benefit you here in this dunya and the akhirah as well. And then once you're done learning with those things, learning is a journey. You're never done learning something. So it's a continuous process, it's a cycle. But when you learn something new, share it with somebody, regardless of whether it's with your friend, your mom, your siblings, anybody from your family or your friends. share it with somebody so that your understanding is good now and someone else benefits from it as well. So that was the recap, and I want you to now let me know in the comments down below which was your most favorite point that stood out the most for you from this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Muslim life hacks and content like this. Until next time, live your beliefs and stay tuned to Bliffy. So that was the recap, and I want you to let me down. I don't want you to let me down. That turned my life around as a Muslim. So let's get right into it.
So my dream for Jannah grows day by day, and I pray to Allah to guide me all the way till I make it to His paradise.